والله صعبة هي الحياة، اللي يعوف بيت 7 8 غرف نوم وكل بنت عندها غرفة وشرابي ووضعيتهم مرتاحة، يجون 6 نفرات يقعدون بكرفان 3 أمتار، يعني إيش حياة؟
وكان عندنا مصالح ونشتغل يعني هناك ومستقرين، ومن فاتوا داعش علينا يعني طلعنا بكل واحد طلع ملابس اللي عليه.
The stories of Salam and Sameh are 2 of the many lives that touched the minds and the hearts of a group of young people that met up in Madaba, Jordan this past August. Many were meeting each other for the first time. They were from Europe, the Middle East, and 3 from the United States, Argentina, and New Zealand. They lived shoulder to shoulder for 12 days in a camp that up until 6 months prior had housed 114 Iraqi refugees.
I think it's really amazing that we're staying in places where refugee families would have stayed. There's 3 people living here. There's myself, there's Hajar, and there's Lena. Hajar is from Egypt, Lena's from Germany. On the wall beside my bed, there's 2 little picture cutouts from cereal boxes.
Spesso magari si dice ma questi giovani non fanno niente, ok, magari sono un po' sottovalutati. Invece il fatto di dire no, io sono venuta in Giordania e sono in Giordania con persone di tutte le nazionalità e sono qui perché credo che sia importante quello che sta succedendo.
But what can come out of an experience where youth from the Middle East and Western countries come together to go deep into a subject that is so complex and dramatic?
The European Union can... I had the fear that the people from the Middle East would blame me for being a young guy from a Western country who comes here and wants to help. And at the same time also they had the fear that we would not be interested in understanding them and that we would just stay very separate and maybe with a cold heart. But in the end we saw that this fear was unfounded.
My country is really suffering about this subject, and so it's really difficult to be also objective. I think it's really important, the cultural exchange. I find this really important, and every single time you learn something new.
في تفاهم، في تناغم بيننا، كل شيء زي كأنه لازم يصير وصار، يعني اتمنت بيه، كيف إنه خلص كل شيء مقدر وصار، يعني كل واحد بكمل الثاني، فكتير الشغل حلو معهم وممتع.
Host Spot is the name of the project promoted by 10 non-governmental organizations from 9 countries, funded by the European Commission. Caritas Jordan played a vital role in the logistics and planning. Sameh and Salam, who we met earlier, were brought in to help with the cooking for the 55 participants.
We thought it's a nice gesture to have individuals who have actually been through the war and who have seen all the hardships to get here. It's a way to live with them and to learn from them and to ask questions, and they've become more or less participants within the project as well.
The chance to visit Syrian and Iraqi families awaiting approval for relocation to other parts of the world was a very deep experience. Encounters with people that up until then for many were a distant reality and a statistic on the evening news became friendships with names and faces.
Cuando llegamos, claro, la mujer también iba tapada entera con un velo y solo se le veían los ojos. Y bueno, pues poco a poco fuimos haciendo preguntas, les preguntamos a los niños cuál era su sueño y nos pusimos a dibujar con los niños. Entonces fue como romper muros y barreras. Entonces yo creo que eso hizo que la madre se sintiera más cómoda y nos contó pues cómo habían venido hasta aquí, no sé, sentir su dolor. Entonces se quitó el velo y me dio un beso. Fue como de empezar de alguien muy lejano a ti a alguien que puede ser tu madre o puede ser alguien que conozcas, que no son historias tan lejanas para nosotros.
Everywhere you look, there's so much to be done, and ideas were transformed into acts of solidarity and signs of understanding. So many victims of the refugee crisis are children. Every afternoon, there were visits to 2 locations to animate activities for the children of Iraqi and Syrian families.
Today we are at the educational preschool.
We are here just to put a smile on their faces and let their hearts be happy again, even though it's for a little while.
So often the media is a source of conflicting and partial information with regard to the Middle East and refugees in general. There was a strong urge to share with truth and dignity the stories, the faces, and the hopes of some of the families that have been forced to flee their countries.
This is the storytelling team from Host the Spot project.
Plans are underway to mount a social media campaign.
This is the team.
I did not have a son that stopped talking for 3 months because of war.
Il senso di questo viaggio è dare una continuità, dare un futuro a quella che è stata questa esperienza, far conoscere alla gente, per informare le persone su una realtà che dovrebbe essere molto più capita e vicina alla gente.
Most of my pictures are happy moments or very personal moments, because if you see these pictures in Europe, then we can connect with these people that we look, oh, they play in the same way with their children as we do. This picture is life, and it tells a lot about this family, because also this family was so hopeful.
إلنا عيون تشوف الحرب والدمار والموت والكراهية والعنف والاختلافات والانقسامات، بس عنا قلب بشوف المستقبل، والمستقبل رح يكون هو عائلة إنسانية واحدة بدون فقر ولا جوع ولا كراهية. المستقبل بيحكي عن لوحة فسيفساء رائعة. هذا المستقبل إمتى ما بعرف، لكن عم نشتغل عليه من هلأ وسنبقى نعمل عليه إن شاء الله.